Ladders are dangerous.
Alright, what's up everybody? We're out here at the Gateway Kartplex on a very brisk Saturday morning here in October. It is the final race of the Ignite Challenge. You can kind of see everything around me. Yeah, pits are packed. We're at like basically the very back of the pits, and we got here yesterday, so it's a packed house here at the Kartplex. 6-hour drive for us. We actually visited SIUE yesterday, so it was actually a good visit. I liked that college. The format for today's race is 3 practices, qualifying, final, and then the fastest lap from the first final sets the field for the second final. So this is our 3rd time here at the Kartplex, the first time on this layout, and we'll see how we do. Hey Bobby.
Oh hey! Subscribe to youtube.com/ATA Network. Unsubscribe from Zach Buchanan and then go to ATA Network.
Oh, dude, that's so cool. I wasn't even gonna bring pants.
It is a little chilly out here.
Zach, are you talking to yourself?
Yeah.
You can get yourself and me in the same shot, you know?
Alright, yeah.
Since you always like to shoot, like looking down at your camera and just
Right.
looking up at the sky, this is perfect. I'm
Right.
Jesus.
I always wait for the Zach recap of every
Right.
video.
Yeah.
Gotta get the recap in there, man.
Yeah.
Gotta let them know what was happening.
Yeah, like, hey, we sucked again this week. Like, video over.
Ladders are dangerous.
He
Actually spends money for a
the ball rolling.
when the phone records better than the camera.
Right now, right here, 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 right now.
So I actually haven't had the opportunity to give you guys an update on what's going on. So the first 3 practices, we had a little bit of everything going on. First practice, go out there and had a very aggressive chattering on the front end. Come back to the pits, find out what happened was basically I blew a bearing out on my spindle on my left front. So we changed that out. Go out there for the second practice. It felt like I had some kind of a vibration. Every time I would come off a corner, it felt like something was dragging, like there's some kind of resistance keeping me from accelerating off the corner. So I pulled in early, knowing something was wrong. We thought we figured that out, and then we go out for the 3rd practice, and same feeling, and then coming out of the hairpin into the chicane, and then out of the chicane, I had a chain pop off. And here what had happened was my rear axle was moving, and it was so slight, but I mean, it definitely moved, you could definitely tell. So it was putting extra tension on the chain. It actually knocked the chain off, and so I rolled into the escape road. And yeah, so qualifying was the first legitimate lap that I had on the track, and it was like 4/10 slower than most of the field. So I mean, given what we were dealt I don't know. I mean, that's not great. So now we just go out there for the first final, and we'll just see what we can do. Well, howdy. I already did my qualifying recap, so
I'm just getting some B-roll, you know, of you just being you.
Yeah. So this man won pole. I think it's your first legitimate pole for, I mean, like, off of qualifying, right?
This is my second pole this year.
Oh, really?
So I got the pole in the first race because we didn't have a lot of the big guys like Hunter Richardson, Evan Stommer. They weren't here.
Yeah.
But it's pretty special to get the pole for the challenge race. So there's a lot of people
like
here.
35 in senior.
35 people here. That's insane. That's the largest senior class we've ever had at the Kartplex. So,
That's crazy.
How's your day going?
Well, I've already explained that, but it's not going so hot. It's not going great.
So this is how you do it? You just, this is chill. Like, you don't really care.
Right.
Hi. You just kind of
Just chilling out, maxing.
What's up, guys?
Yeah. Just, hey guys. Hey guys, I'm having a bad day.
Hey guys, Ace.
Hey, it's Ace.
Hey, it's Ace. Yeah, it's kind of like.
Everybody, body qualified
Yeah, we get Look at this man. Hard at work.
All my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse. All my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse. Welcome to the room of people who have rooms of people that they love one day docked away. Just because we check the guns at the door doesn't mean our brains will change from hand grenades. You loving on the psychopath sitting next to you. You loving on the murderer sitting next to you. You think I'd get here sitting next to you. But after all I've said, please don't forget. All my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse. We don't deal with outsiders very well. They say newcomers have a certain smell. Yeah, trust issues not to mention. They say they can smell your intentions. You laughing on the freak show sitting next to you. You have some weird people sitting next to you. You think I did not get his.
Alright, so we just came up from the final. I started 33rd out of 34, so I was on the inside lane of the last row, and there's a big checkup on the inside, so the outside got a huge jump, and I just followed. You know, I was in the last lane, so I could kind of pick where I went. So I jumped to the outside, and going into that hairpin on the first lap, there was a huge gap, so I just took it, and I passed like probably 4 or 5 guys on the outside, and I was just picking my way through traffic. It felt really good in traffic, but working my way through traffic, running okay in traffic, got up to probably 25th, I think, something like that, and I was catching a group, and as I caught them going into the chicane, they checked up big time, and I almost ran in the back of Corey, and to avoid not spinning him, I jammed on the brakes, and I ended up spinning it in front of some guys. Thankfully, somebody hit me, and it straightened me out, and I was able to keep going. But I felt bad that happened, just because we were having such a good race. Gave up probably 3 spots from that. So, I mean, we ended up 28th, but it felt okay. But honestly, you know, those 3 practice sessions that we lost, it's hard to make up for that, considering we've only had qualifying and the race, and now we're getting 1 more final. So we'll just go out there and see what we can do, and see how it goes.
Sitting next to you, but after all I've said, please don't forget. All my friends for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse. I'm not Why'd you come? You knew you should have stayed. I tried to warn you just to stay away. And now they're outside ready to bust. It looks like you might be one of us.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings Beer Sports.
Hot sauce.
Make sure you click that subscribe button. Zach Buchanan Racing. Definitely not any other channel. Definitely. Oh, whoops, sorry. A little close up on the merch. Buy my merch.
Kobe. So that does it for the day. Second final, we ended up 21st after starting 30th. I think we fell, like on the start, I think we actually fell further than 30th on like the initial start, and then we gained a bunch of spots in turn 1 again. Turn 1, not gonna lie, it's where we really made our hay. A lot of spots on the outside there, and then there's actually a crash to my inside. We were like 3 wide, I think, going into that chicane. And somebody spun into me. I got sideways and I was able to hold on to it and basically was given a gap from there. I wasn't particularly fast by any means. I mean, I definitely picked up a lot of speed from where we were at the beginning of the day to where we finished. Obviously, losing those practice sessions didn't help us, but you know, that's the hand you're dealt. You just gotta deal with it. I was running some pretty decent laps. I was running with I think I was running with Adam Ward and Rockwell Seacrest, and we were just running laps. And there was a point in time where I just started slowly falling off the back of their pack, and guys started dropping out left and right. And after that, nobody really passed me, but there's a couple guys right behind me. But I think Brendan Lauer got spun like last corner, last lap. Somebody else got spun. So I got 2 spots out of that. So realistically, I mean, we did get some spots handed to us, but in the grand scheme of things, considering we were pretty much dead last, 34th at the beginning of the day, to be 21st in the last final, it is a little satisfying. Regardless, a lot of fun. A good way to end out the year. It was a good little trip. Spending the whole weekend out here in the St. Louis area. Got to go to the Arch yesterday, so that was a lot of fun on top of that college visit that I did. A big thank you to my sponsors, as always, Astro Lace, Dad's Toy Shop, Goodyear Shoe Service, House of Plumbing, Heating, and the Water and South Meats. My sponsors have been with me for a while, and they've been great supporters of mine. I really appreciate their continued support. I gotta thank this guy. I owe him a dinner or a few beers or a lot of things, because not only did he get me here, not only did he help me out this whole year in my whole karting career, but we fixed a lot of stuff today, and he did a lot of it. And I don't know what I would do if he wasn't at the track helping me on race day, because honestly, I'd be lost, to be honest. I mean, there's stuff I can do, obviously. I mean, I maintenance my cart and everything, but when it comes to fixing the random crazy crap that, like, I couldn't figure that out on my own. So, honestly, having Dad has been a big help. Having Margate Racing here at the track, putting on this Ignite program, has been awesome. This is the reason I got into asphalt racing. I ran dirt cars for 4 years, and found out about the opportunity they had to race at Indy a couple years ago, did that, loved it, sold my dirt stuff at the end of the year, bought an Ignite, and I've loved it ever since. Highly recommend if you're looking to get into a kart, get a Margate, get an Ignite, get a Brava, whatever. Buy one of their karts, because they're great people. Keith, Greg, Sean, good support. Yeah, everybody that works there. It's a great group of people. They'll help you out. They'll direct you. You know, they'll give you advice and feedback on where you need to go. and you can't beat that kind of support and customer service. Get off the couch, get into an Ignite K3 today. You won't regret it. That being said, that's the last race. That's it, man. That's it for the year. Like, that's crazy to think about. But hopefully I'll have an idea of what I'm doing next year, and I'll be able to share that with you guys. Until then, it's all up in the air, but you guys will definitely find out at some point. That being said, thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate all y'all's support this year. Everybody that's come up to me at the track this year and say, hey, I really like your videos, you do a good job. I really appreciate that. Like, I've had several people do that to me this year, and it's really gratifying because I don't do this. I don't get paid to do this. I don't do this, you know, because I have an ego or anything. I just do this because it's fun. It's a hobby. It's just, you know, I love kart racing and love sharing my experiences with everybody. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time.